Hello and welcome to Critical 3. I'm Josh.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Steve.
Welcome.
Are you ready?
And action, mate. Chat and that.
You look a bit drunk on that intro, but it'll be right.
Do it.
Yeah, he was like, "Hello guys."
I'm drunk on sleep, mate. Drunk on.
He did a bit of Brian Cox. Just look at his tongue. In the world.
Well, we're here for another chat and that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Discussion.
Yes, a talk.
A conversation.
And that.
Yeah.
We've got a few bits and bobs to obviously discuss. Movie news, all that good stuff. Of course, we mentioned in our father review that we had a little bit more to say than what we kind of put in that video, so we'll squeeze that in here somewhere as well.
Which is, we could technically get that out of the way first.
Oh, we want to dive straight into that.
Yeah, let's get it out of the way, because obviously the good thing this time is my dad also watched the film and he wasn't in the review.
Yeah. So another take on it.
Yeah.
I feel like this now is just going to be the hour.
Yeah, father.
I'll keep it short.
Yeah, go on, you go first, because we've not heard you.
Okay, I thought it was a really good film. Anthony Hopkins was sensational.
Yeah.
It could be a very distressing film for people that have gone through that. But I would recommend everybody to see it because it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Josh, this is a big question for you because I was so shocked. I'm actually annoyed at this. It's not at the Cineworld anymore. It only lasted a week.
Really?
Is it at the Odeon? Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, there is a lot of films coming out. I said to you the other day, didn't I? I says, mate, we've got cinema vlogs coming out our ears next month because there's it's like films coming out like every
Like Widow?
week. Yeah. You've got Space Jam, you've got that old that's coming out.
Oh, that looks really good.
Yeah, you've got loads. I can't listen to them all because there's really about 10,000, but yeah, got loads, mate. But that's annoying because I think we both kind of wanted to see it again.
Yeah,
but it'll probably just have to be a
Blu-ray
DVD or a streaming thing.
It's still on at the showcase.
Right.
Like I said, kind of going back to our review, like it was so good, and like I said, I'm actually I'm that annoyed that I can't go and see it. Obviously, unless I go and pay extra for the showcase because we have our cars. But yeah, and like I said, it's definitely one of the, so far it's one of the best films I've seen this year. 2021.
See, I was going to say that to you. I was going to ask you if it was your best film of the year so far.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the best film I've seen this year. It's, like I said, it's the one I walked out and I remembered everything.
See, it's not my best film of the year, mate. Best film of the year for me is Conjuring. Oh, I'm joking. Imagine. Can you imagine?
I would say one thing though. As much as I enjoyed it, when I came out of seeing it, I felt like I'd just sat and watched a play.
Yeah, definitely. You could, well, yeah, it is a West End, or was a West End until and adapted to screen.
Yeah.
You could really tell by the way it was kind of done and how simple it is.
Yeah.
In a way of film, isn't it? There's only like one set and it kind of changes look. A couple of bits change in it, don't they? And obviously it changes apartment, but it's still the same apartment layout.
Yeah.
And stuff, so it is,
But I think this is where it kind of differs with me and Josh's appreciation to what yours is because, like I said, I've always preferred film, and if I was to act or direct in anything, it would be film and TV. But because me and Josh went through college and was taught a lot of theatre, was on the theatre course, I think me and Josh kind of, with learning that, grew to appreciate theatre probably a lot more than what a film buff or, like I said, more of a film person than what you are.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that was a problem with it. I mean, the ultimate film for that experience is Alfred Hitchcock's Rope, which is just basically a play on screen, which is fantastic. So it's not necessarily a criticism of the father. It's just you can actually tell it was a play.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just it was so good. It was so good. I am looking forward to seeing it again. I spoke to both my parents about it, my dad and my mum about it, and they, after explaining it a little bit, they were both like, "Oh, I don't think I want to watch that because of what it deals with, the subjects it deals with." But I said, "No, you should watch it."
Have you heard of...
Go on.
No, carry on. Sorry.
Because it's like it deals with it so well, and it kind of makes you understand it more as well.
It doesn't mimic it or exaggerate it. By any point.
It is what it is, isn't it?
It is respected.
Natural film. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it made me feel like I don't want that.
Yeah.
I would dread getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be interested in, again, like I said, I will be interested to hear Liam's view on it if he's watched it. I've not spoken to Liam, and I don't think he's seen it, but obviously Liam, go to London, he's now a full-time, producer and director, so he's filling his boots now. But I will be interested into kind of just to see because obviously we keep making the running joke that Liam for Spider-Man 3 and don't like Spider-Man Far From Home, and we always have a laugh about it. But I would be really interested to hear Liam's view on Father, and I think it'd be a good discussion with him as well. I think he would enjoy it.
When I speak to him, he's almost fell out of love with cinema.
Yeah.
Not to an extent where it's like, oh, I'll never go cinema ever again, but it's not the same. It seems like he doesn't have the same experience as he did a couple of years ago.
I personally think that's because, obviously, like I said, we're not going to say too much because it is Liam, it's private to what it's been. But obviously, Liam's been working on, he's been working on certain stuff, and he's been also kind of changing, lifestyle stuff to help what is needed to do on whatever he's doing. Like I said, not going to really discuss it on here, but, which is fair enough, when you, I think when you focus on something for so long and, it does change your perspective, and that's no wrong with it. Obviously, he's definitely not the excited kid that was looking forward to Force Awakens when we was all getting ready for that, and he's already pre-ordered his Han Solo. He's definitely not that Liam anymore. But, I think kind of from what he's done, I think would he look at this more as a director or screenwriter's kind of point of view and think, okay, that was actually really good, and that was great.
Yeah.
On a side note, when me and Tyler went to see The Father, a certain trailer came on for Supernova, which deals with a similar subject in a slightly different matter, and me and Tyler just looked at each other and cracked up laughing. Have you seen the trailer, Josh? What did you think to it?
It looks like a bit of a
rip-off.
Like a rip-off? I wouldn't say rip-off. I think it's a different take on it, isn't it? I think it is one of those where it's like, there's this new film that's kind of brought attention to the subject. Let's jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
The kind of that thing. But, maybe it could be alright. It's about like best mates, isn't it?
Yeah, best mates.
Yeah.
One of them has a bit of a troubled time. Yeah, but we'll see. To be fair, I might watch it because I watched it. I was like, okay, that's alright. Yeah, it's one of those films where it's like, okay, it could be good.
Yeah.
I know Tyler probably disagrees because he doesn't like slow films.
No, why do you always think that I don't like slow films? I like Sunday afternoon films, mate.
Well, it's true, isn't it? You said, mate, I'm only quoting what you said about slow films. You go, look, I don't like slow films. I don't usually like slow films.
The Father into Sunday afternoon film.
No, God, no. No, I like slow films. I like The Father. I like Godfather. That's a very slow film. I couldn't believe how long it took us to get out of that bloody wedding when I first watched that. Right, I really enjoyed that. Irishman, bit of a slow film, a very long film. I enjoyed that.
Hey, don't shout at me, mate. You said it. I'm quoting you from the vlog, mate. You said, I don't like slow films.
Do you know what? I just don't like Manchester by the Sea. That was too slow. That was -1 pace.
Great film. Go and watch it. It's great.
Nothing happened.
But that brings up a question, though. Do you guys prefer longer talky films or shorter action films? As in action-based?
Depends what mood I'm in, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can go from loving, like, Fast and Furious
No.
to God, I never loved Fast and Furious. Not gonna lie. To like The Favourite or whatever. But yeah, it just depends what mood I'm in. It's one of them weird ones. Like sometimes, I'll sit down and I'll put on a film and I just go, not today, and then I'll leave it. Do you know what I mean? And then I'll put on some like different genre.
Yeah, I think if you put a film on, if it is a slow talky film, if it grabs your attention, then you're in.
Yeah, that's what it takes, isn't it? It takes the character building to be like first off like really good, so you get that automatic attachment and you want to know about these characters and the journey, because that's what it's all about. You haven't got anything pleasing to the eye as such where action and that, you just kind of watching this life play out, I guess.
Yeah,
it's like, look at Green Book. What a film. Well, I'm annoyed that I ain't got that on Blu-ray. But that's, again, it's a bit of a slow film, there's a bit of talking, but it's all character based.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm going to compare this because I don't think I've ever mentioned it on Critical 3. I've only ever watched it once, and that's Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Right, with Gary Oldman. Now you look at that film. What a cast, right? That film has got. What a cast, right? I watched it, and that's a very slow talky film, and some bits are really good, some bits ain't. But I think what works is, like, if you do the slow talk film, it's the characters. It has to have a great character arc. In a great kind of, there has to be something interesting. You can't just have a slow talk dramatic film for the sake of it if no one's going to reflect or relate to any of the characters. Yeah. And I think that's why I probably struggled a bit with Tinker Tailor, because that was probably one of the first ones I watched where, to be fair, I went to watch Gary Oldman, but I kind of ended up enjoying, I think it was the main guy out of Kick-Ass, who was in Cruella, his character, Tom Hardy and Benedict Cumberbatch. They were the three characters that I enjoyed the most. The others, I lost it a bit, but yeah, that's it. It just depends what mood I'm in. It just depends.
Yeah. The other flip side to a long talky film is Last Jedi. You go in and after 30 seconds it's like, oh.
You have to leave your brain at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate Last Jedi. I hate it so much.
You go in with high expectations and yeah.
I've never been so upset in all my life at a cinema viewing. I was because I really enjoyed Force Awakens that night. It was the first time I seen it. It was even in 3D. It was the first time I seen it. I'm sure it was IMAX or just normal. I can't remember. It probably was IMAX because Liam was going through an IMAX stage. So yeah, he wanted over an IMAX 3D. So I watched that and I thought that was great. It's a great introduction. It's got so much build. Luke's going to be in here. The first thing he does is chuck that lights and I hate it. I hate it so much. Even Mark Hamill said it was wrong. And yeah.
You know what, mate? The Star Wars franchise, it reminds me of being... I was going to say it reminds me of being a parent, like I've been a parent before. No, it reminds me of a kid growing up. So it starts off and you're enjoying the kid, like, having fun with the kid or whatever. Kid grows up, starts doing drugs. Complete disappointment, mate. You're just disappointed in the kid. You're just like, why do drugs? Why ruin your life?
Oh, okay, I totally misheard that. I thought it was like you as a kid and said that you looked at everything as great and then you grew up and just started doing drugs.
No, I mean, it's like, you have a kid. Yeah. You're growing up with a kid and you're like, you're enjoying your time with the kid, taking them out, whatever, giving them ice cream, whatever, and then all of a sudden, they turn to drugs.
That's it, needle in the arm.
Yeah.
Link in The Last Jedi, but to move on, Have you guys seen the new photos from Knives Out 2?
Never seen Knives Out 1.
I haven't seen Knives Out 1 either.
Really? Knives Out is a fantastic movie.
See, I got... The reason why I didn't stay away from it, but I saw it and I wasn't really bothered about watching it, was Liam's review actually on it. Liam's review on it was, it's very political.
Political?
He was massive about the director, so he was talking about the director and how the director's like a political guy, and apparently in this film he kind of tries to force political opinions on you. I don't know, mate, because I haven't seen it, but that's what he told me, and from then I was like, oh, okay.
He must have watched a different film to me then.
Yeah, but this one means Liam for the past 2 to 3 years now, so 3 years by more because of COVID. Liam's reviews of films have just got
very critical.
He liked
Godzilla versus Kong, mate.
Yeah, it's just really weird. You never know what you could take him to see one of the greatest films you've seen in the year, and he could turn out and go, that was rubbish. You could take him to see Bratz the movie and probably think it was amazing. He just don't know what he's going to come out with.
His Big Adventure or something.
Yeah.
I mean, after Last Jedi, I wasn't a fan of Rian Johnson anyway. But Knives Out is a really good film. And then the photos that have just dropped from the sequel have got Daniel Craig and Dave Bautista back together on set.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
So that is actually filming now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's good. Yeah.
David Bautista's getting like the thing now. He's taking like the torch of the action hero now. Yeah. Because he is good. He's really good. Yeah, in everything I've watched him and seen him, and he's been really good so far.
We said he was the best thing in all of the Dead.
Yeah. Do you think he'll return to Guardians though? Because he had a lot of asshole, didn't he, with Disney?
Nah.
Yeah, he did. He
can't stand Disney at the minute.
He don't need it anymore, does he?
He doesn't need it anymore. No. We're just waiting for David Bautista to do his own version of San Andreas, and then that's where it goes down. No.
I mean, I learned something this week I didn't know. He originally touted Christopher Nolan out because he wanted to play Bane in Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Right.
No, I think that would have been a good choice.
Would have been really good, yeah. Would have been really good as Bane. Yeah.
But he doesn't have the voice. There's no about the child and the mustache and bird. Yeah. That would be good. Kind of going on Batman. This is just a bit of added extra. I got a Blu-ray come through the door the other day. It's The Long Halloween, which is a very famous Batman graphic novel set in the early Batman years, so probably around about the time that Robert Pattinson, because it's actually Two-Face's origin story,
right.
The Long Halloween. And part one, I watched it. Any of you Batman fans out there, it's really good. It's great animation. It doesn't have Kevin Conroy as Batman, but it does have Troy Baker as Joker, and he's probably the closest. Now he's done it for a few years. Troy Baker, who plays the Joker, is the closest thing you ever get to a Mark Hamill. If you can't get Mark Hamill as the Joker, he's the one we go to. So if you want someone to sound like Mark Hamill, he covers the voice. I honestly think you'd enjoy it. I think it's a bit of a detective story. So you start to see Batman trying to be a detective and whatnot. And part 2 should be on its way.
Little hat and trench coat on.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Pipe in his mouth.
Yeah, a little press ticket. You know what I mean? Try to take us to Killer, right? No, it's really good.
Another bit of movie news that dropped yesterday. Rocky IV Director's Cut is released theatrically on November the 11th.
Cole's birthday.
So we shall get to see that in the theatre.
Very good.
That'd be good. I'd see that at the cinema. Although I think I've seen it at the cinema, to be fair.
Well, some people will say now he's recut Rocky IV. Will it change the dynamic with Creed 2?
You never get the scene where he actually fights
Drago.
No.
In Creed 2, no, it was cut.
Yeah. So that's kind of annoying.
So, what you got, Josh? Any news?
Oh, there's news coming out of my ears, mate. Well, you got a little bit more news, haven't you? About what was it? Blue Mass.
Blue Mass, Bloomhouse.
Oh, Blue Mouse.
Oh, Blue Mouse, my bad.
Yes, Blue Mouse.
Blue Mass.
Yeah, they've announced they're doing a direct sequel to the original Exorcist.
Blue Mouse.
Blue Mouse.
He's such an idiot.
Bloomhouse.
Yes.
Bloomhouse.
I do not. When you said, you know what the funny thing was, right? When you said, and I thought you said blue mouse, so I googled it. I put in blue mouse through. I was like, hey, I've never heard of this. Now I get it. I've heard of blue mouse, obviously.
So you're seeing new production studio, eh?
Yeah, well, there you go. Liam's new production studio.
Yeah.
You googled Blue House.
Blue Mouse.
Oh no, go on!
Yeah.
Don't
I
Blue
came with a
House.
picture of a blue mouse, and I was like, oh, okay. But there you go. But yes, sorry, mate. Yeah, Exorcist.
A sequel.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, we've already had an Exorcist sequel.
Yeah.
It was called The Conjuring because it was it was shot exactly like the beginning of Exorcist, where the bloody preacher gets. Have you seen it? Have you seen the shot of The Conjuring?
No, I've heard of
Have
it.
you heard
I
of
haven't
it?
seen it.
It's done to go. This looks like The Exorcist. It's exactly the same. I bet you think it's great. And I watched it thinking, it's a nod, but it's so in your face.
Right.
It's like, it's not a good nod. It's a nod to say, this is what you want this film to be.
Right.
But you're never going to get there.
It's the fact that they put it in the trailer as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not fully in the trailer.
Oh, there's a clip of it in the trailer.
Yeah, but I'm saying the whole segment is about a good 20 seconds.
We've got no original ideas, so we'll just bang that shot in.
Yeah, and everyone will go, oh, that's really clever, but it isn't. It's like, that's cheap.
Okay.
So,
oh, it's not. That's cheap.
Yeah,
oh, sorry, Tyler.
Yeah. But it's critical free. I'm getting
critical.
Yeah.
So yeah, that Exorcist, great film. I'll tell you what. Talking about The Exorcist, right? My grandma went and watched it when it originally came out. She has this story, and she hates it, mate. She absolutely hates it, as in like scared of it. Right? She is petrified of The Exorcist. Anytime you show her The Exorcist, she's petrified, mate. Right? She told a story. I'll tell it because I'm chatting that. It is a good story, to be fair.
You went and brought the top.
Obviously, at the cinema, there was all like religious people outside going, oh, well, it's you go to the demons, all this crap, right? So she went and saw it, and she come back home, and at the point my granddad was out at work, right, and someone was babysitting my mum at the time.
Right.
I couldn't remember who was.
She went to see it on her own.
Hey.
She went to see it on her own?
No, she went to see it with friends.
Oh, right.
She come back to the house
on
her own, let the babysitter go, right? So she was in the house on her own with Mum after seeing her, right? And Mum started crying, and she didn't go to Mum because she was too scared. She was like, no, oh my God, it's like scary. And what she did was she got her chair and put it directly in the corner of the room so she could see the whole room, and just sat there until Great Granddad came home, or until Granddad come home. She was petrified, mate. But there's the Exorcist story from my grandma.
I thought you were going to say your mum started spewing up.
Yeah. Head started going. But there you go. But there's that story. But yeah, that's the Exorcist news, is it? Yeah. Just there's a sequel. Look forward to it.
Yeah, it disregards all the other sequels and prequels and TV series. So they're doing exactly what they did with Halloween.
Which, speaking of Halloween, I obviously did the Halloween Kills trailer, I enjoyed it. I'm kind of excited. I enjoyed Halloween a lot more. I watched it recently. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, and I'm looking forward to this one. Obviously, Jason Michael Myers looks a lot more violent in this one. Again, it looks like it could be quite violent, and yeah, I don't know if you guys seen the trailer. Obviously, I'm really looking forward to it. I know you use it it's Halloween.
You haven't seen the trailer. It's okay. Again, I was a massive fan of the last one, so I've sort of lost interest in it, to be honest.
Haven't seen the whole film.
You've seen the original one, haven't you?
Yeah.
Thank God for that. Yeah, so I'll be honest with you. They are flogging a dead horse at this point. I don't know why they're making them. But I enjoyed the last one enough to be interested to watch the next one. And I'm interested to kind of see what the third one is. And just kill it off. Don't do any more after this.
Well, to be fair, the last Halloween was a massive financial success.
I guess if it's going to be a success, they're going to keep on doing it, aren't they?
Yeah, but mate, there's so many Halloween. There's more Halloween films than these Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Well, didn't Rob Zombie have a hand at Halloween as well, didn't he?
Yeah. They're really good.
His films are really good, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of speaking of sequels, there's been 2 articles I've seen now. Take away a pinch of salt. I don't know how true it is, and I really hope this ain't true, because we've spoke about it in the past, Josh. It's Joker. Now we kind of said if they do a sequel, it's going to ruin what made the first one so good. You don't know who's what's what, and how it's ended. And was he in there the whole time or whatever? The 2 articles that I've seen is Joker sequel will introduce the real Joker. I don't want the real Joker. I want him to be the real Joker, because then you're going to have to get another cast member, and let's say it's another Jared Leto. You think, oh, for God's sake. This is why it's like you got something perfect, right? Joaquin Phoenix Joker is great. His mentality is, even if you do something a bit odd with him, or he now becomes a killer and you start seeing killing people a bit more. It's a bit too much, but his portrayal is great. You don't need to get another actor who's going to play different, who's going to look different, to then go, this is the real Joker.
Yeah, so you're saying like almost like a copycat guy comes in and takes his image, sort of thing, as then the Joker.
He's the Joker that everyone knows, but it's like, but you can't do that, because the point of the Joker was that he started the clown movement by killing someone, hence all the face masks and stuff. So then, if you introduce this other guy, goes, oh, he's a real Joker, it's like, well, you're not there, are you? You're just some guy who's more crazy, insane. And
you had the whole narrative of, he's with Bruce Wayne and stuff, and how thought he was his brother and whatever.
Yeah,
which kind of added to the character so well.
Yeah,
and then you're just going to kind of like discard that, really.
Yeah, so it's like, so you're now going to put Joaquin Phoenix aside. Yeah. Now, the only other way I can think this would work is if it's another kind of story, in a sense where the best way to think about it, right, is you take these Joker films, the last one and the sequel, and you imagine that this is the real Joker locked up in Arkham Asylum, right? That's a mental hospital, and then these films they're coming out are just his stories. So there'll be a particular point. So the first one is about, tell me about your life. That's his. The second one, it could be an issue, something to do with, he killed loads of people, and, when was the first time you met Batman? Sorry, 1 second. When was the first time you met Batman? And then this is where this story comes in. Then you got this other Joker. But, if it's him telling it, but obviously his stories are always variant, because the Joker never sticks to one story.
Well, in the famous bit from one of the comics where the Joker says, if I had an origin story, I prefer it to be multiple choice.
Yeah, that's from the Killing Joke.
So that would be
Yeah.
would explain a different take on it every time you did it.
Yeah, so that's how you do it. It's because that's kind of the best way to put it, is because everything's multiple choice and he always changes story. Like, go back to Heath Ledger, right? How many times did he change his story? How he got those scars?
Yeah.
Because everything's different, and that's how you work the Joker. Is that the second one, you get an all one, it will be the story of how he met Batman. That would be the only way to implement it, and for me to go, okay, I still like this, and I will accept that. But if you go, oh, well, no, this is the real Joker, I'll be like, no, bollocks, yeah.
But then that means you're going to have a Batman in the film, doesn't it?
Mate, I'll be happy.
What Batman would you put in that film?
At the moment, Tim Burton, I'm joking. I would have, Ben Affleck. Put him in it.
That's not going to happen, though, is it?
Yeah, I know it ain't, but we and Josh want more Ben Affleck, don't we? I'm so glad he's in.
I guess, but I wouldn't want to see him in the Joker.
What about Robert Pattinson? Would you have him in it?
No. Christian Bale!
No, he's never going to do it.
No.
Yeah, we're going to do it. Leave Dexter.
The Robert Pattinson Batman film must be one of the most... it must be a film that is... Nobody wants to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it now because they film so much. But my two biggest issues with this, and it's not even Robert Pattinson at this point, my two biggest issues is the Riddler's look, because he does not look nothing like the Riddler. And two is thinking his Penguin, whatever his name is.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah. You know, he's an odd man Irish bloody acting.
Nobody's bothered.
I'm not bothered.
You said, though, Tyler, just that you do want to see it. Now,
I do want to see it.
What if they were looking to sack off the Batman, Robert Pattinson Batman? They come to this video and they go, oh, Tyler wants to see it. Oh, we'll carry on making it then. We'll carry on making it. You just ruined our lives by saying that, Tyler. Thank you very much, mate. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, well, it's all right because bloody Blue Mouse will take over production.
Touche, mate.
Anyway, I've got a question for both of you. What was your experiences like when you went to see Demolition Man the other week? Was it good?
Oh, it was great. It was like childhood memory.
It wasn't like childhood memory for me because I had never seen the film, but I enjoyed it. I said to Tyler, like, they don't make films like this anymore, where it's just like cheesy action. I love it. So good. I love films like that. Films like that is what I grew up with, but I just never watched that film for some reason. I don't know why, but it's good because it's Bill and Ted's like one of my favourites, like ever from my childhood, which is like, it's not similar, but it is in a way. It's like action comedy kind of thing, whereas this kind of had its comedy aspects. It was more of an action. This was probably leaning more to action, but it's just it had its moments, had its funny moments, and had its action moments.
What was the atmosphere like with the audience?
Oh, they loved it, mate.
Yeah.
It seemed like it really had like a cult following to it, I feel. Because I say, I went in not having seen it, and straight away they pulled this gag out about the seashells, and I was like, I don't know what's going on here. Tyler was cracking up. He was laughing his arse off. I was like, I don't know what's so funny. I'll just join in. One of them. But everyone loved it, mate. Everyone loved it, and then they had the little quiz where you won a poster and that, and I was thinking if Steve was here, they would have had that again.
Do you know what the question was?
No.
No, well, I won't tell you then.
Oh, we don't matter now, tell me.
I said, do you want to know what the question was?
Oh, yeah, what was it then?
What is Wesley Snipes' character's name?
I ain't got a clue. I've only ever seen it once myself.
Once. Do you know, even I can't remember. I can't remember that. I would say Snake, yes. But yeah, sort of Phoenix, isn't it?
Yeah.
But do you know what? The reason I enjoyed it so much because the two films I remember the most.
Into Sandra Bullock in that one.
Yeah. And him out of Deuce
Bigelow.
Yeah. So the two films I remember watching the most as a kid, and I just loved it. And I watched. They used to be shown on TV. So my mum and granddad, so dad's mum and dad, and that was Demolition Man and Dread. Sylvester Stallone. What's the one where they got that big massive robot as well?
That is Judge Dredd.
That's Judge Dredd, yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, so I remember those two films, and I loved watching these. Be on Sunday afternoon. There we go. It's going to say watching, mate.
I was never old enough to watch them, mate. That's probably what it was for me. I didn't get that because I had to go by age restrictions. I was one of them deprived kids,
So your Sunday afternoon films was Disney family features? And
mine was
like
Monsters Inc. and.
Okay.
How old was I when I watched Evil Dead? I must have only been about 4.
Yeah, you weren't very old.
I was bricking it.
I'm trying to think what the first film I watched that was like a bit like, ooh. The actual first 15 film I ever watched was Hot Fuzz. And that was ages after it come out as well.
I remember what mine was, because I was only 14 at the time.
What was the first 18 film you saw at the cinema then?
Ooh, good question. I feel like it might have been... Oh no, because that wasn't 18, was it? The new Alien wasn't 18, was it? No, that was 18. No. I can't remember, mate. I can't remember, actually.
I can't.
My first 18 film was the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right. That's a good one.
See, I don't remember my first 18 was.
Now that you've said that, Steve, any film I say, it's just not going to top that. Thanks, mate.
Why?
Oh, that's a good one to have, isn't it?
It is, but when you watch that film now, it's dated badly.
Oh, true, but it's just a classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mine was Expendables. Fable 4.
Okay.
That was my first 15 film. I don't know what my 18 was. I think my 18 was something like... It was something crap, like The Devil Inside. Something crap like that. And I thought, what's this?
Okay.
See, I don't think I've really paid attention to what the certificate was. I just kind of saw it. I don't think I went, I'm 18 now, let's go to the cinema and go see an 18 film. I don't think... Because I feel like you get less and less 18 films now anyway.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 15s, isn't there? Yeah. It has to be really bad to be an 18.
Yeah. But haven't they just rated the new Batman film an 18 now? I'm sure it's got an R rating in America.
Yeah, but that's the thing. R rating in America is a 15 over here.
Yeah, 15. It can be 15 or 18, can't it?
Yeah, but it's the majority. Like, look at Deadpool. Oh, it's R rated. 15 over here. Yeah. What else did we get? Logan. Oh, that's an R rated. 15 over here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think, obviously, Spiral is one of the 18 films that I've seen recently. But that's probably the only 18 film I've seen for a while in the cinema.
Yeah.
Obviously because of lockdown, but even before that. Because it's just... I think blood and gore, that doesn't matter anymore, right? I think that's kind of where we've got to now. Blood and gore doesn't matter. We saw that in Mortal Kombat. 15. I think... To put it up to an 18, it has to be that blood and gore, and then also have some themes that are a bit like, you know what I mean?
Drugs and language and stuff.
What was The Conjuring then? 15?
Yeah. That's 15 as well, yeah.
What's Godfather? Is that 18?
That's 18, yeah.
That's 18, yeah.
I think it's if it's a gangster, it'll be an 18, like a violent gangster, it'll be an 18 because it's like the killing of people in real life, not a fictional world. And obviously then Spiral is exactly the same, where it's literal torture of people in real life, so it's a similar sort of thing.
The two main bugbears to get an 18 are drugs and sex.
Oh,
gore.
Yeah. 50 Shades of Grey is probably 18 one.
I've
never seen it. I don't want to see it.
That was 12A. That was 12A.
No, it wasn't. Definitely.
It might have been a 15.
I thought that was an 18.
Nah.
Yeah, but to watch pornography, you have to be 18, don't you?
I'll tell you a film that should have been bloody 18. It's a Robert Pattinson one. It's called Bel Air or Bel Me or something. I've never seen so much sex in a film. Honestly, that was just a porno for an hour and a half. Right. I never felt so comfortable in my life. Honestly, what a crap film that was.
Oh. But anyway, moving on.
Yes.
In next news, sticking with the horror, because we kind of started off with horror that little bit of time.
I am wrong. It wasn't 18. So sorry.
What, 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, okay, I remember it just being adults like queuing up when I pictured the images of it opening. Because it was a big thing, man. It made the news.
They're 7-year-olds.
Do you remember making the news and all the little like women, middle-aged women going, "Oh!" on the news. But yeah, sticking with the horror film. 28 months later is in development. And Danny Boyle may return as director for it as well. So, have you seen both films, Thailand and Steve?
Yes.
28 days and 28 weeks later. Obviously, Steve, you asked me at the start, and we kind of went, no, we'll save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
What's your favourite film out of the two? Which one did you
Second one.
Yeah, the weeks. 28 weeks later.
Yeah.
So good.
Pacing's a bit pacing. I think it's the pacing overall that does it.
Pacing
that
the
does the film
story,
better.
like really good.
Yeah. I do love the first one. The first one is a classic. You know, but yeah, 20 weeks later. And the soundtrack as well. What a soundtrack.
Yeah.
I thought the second one was more like a George A. Morero zombie movie.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit more done to a daily feel, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, where did you see these reports then, George?
This was the trusted source, mate. Trusted source, Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Trusted source. Why are you laughing, Tyler? It's trusted.
They've been on about it for years, haven't they?
Yeah. It's been something that it's been something people have definitely wanted, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think after I watched both of them, I was like, "Where's next? Come on, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
So it'd be really good if it is, and let's just hope after. Because when did 28 weeks later come out? Oh, that's quite a while ago, isn't it?
Oh, it must be about 10 years.
2000s.
Yeah.
2010, 2008.
Okay, is that late?
Yeah, it would have been earlier than that.
Fair enough. But yeah, so that'll be good if that comes out. So that's something to look forward to. Next topic, John Wick 4. We'll go with that next.
Oh, can't wait for that.
I'm assuming it's filming. Yeah. And it adds that Donnie Yen to it.
Is that the one from Rogue One?
That's the one out of Rogue One.
Is in the new Mulan. I just did a little Google on it. It's in the new Mulan film, the real life action. It's an IP man. That's his big film, innit?
Yeah. He did 4 of them.
Yeah. So that's his kind of like big kind of screen time. But yeah, it's going to be in it, which is kind of like a martial arts guy, isn't he? I feel. Because when I've seen clips of IP Man, it's all like martial arts and stuff. Pretty cool. So that fits the theme of John Wick, doesn't it? And that should be good, exciting.
Yeah. I just hope it's as good as number 3. Because like I said, it was that good. It's that good of a franchise. I made my mum watch all 3 of them. She loved the first one. She liked the second one. And she loved the third one.
How did the third one finish? Can you remember?
Yeah, so he got chucked off the roof of the hotel.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, and then they go and get his body, and it's gone.
Go to get his body, and it's gone.
Okay, I can't remember that.
Oh yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because you think his mate betrayed him, but you know that he did something.
He did it on purpose to get him away.
Yeah. Oh, it was. Is it Ian McShane? Wasn't it?
Hotel manager.
Yeah. I did see some of the other day from Lawrence Fishburne, and he was saying that he's confirmed that he's in it again because he was his mate on the roof, wasn't he?
The
bird man.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, good. What else was I going to say then? Oh yeah, when it comes down to when someone says, "Oh, I'm looking for an action film, mate, something really good," I always go, "Have you watched John Wick?"
Yeah.
That is like my go-to. When someone says, "I'm looking for a good action film," I go, "Have you watched all the John Wicks?"
Yeah.
Because they're literally that good that they're like top my action pile of recommendations for sure. Because the action's so good in it. I don't know about you guys, but
I'd probably suggest Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, that's such a good film. That's a great chase film. Wow.
If someone asked me, have you got a recommendation of a film in a desert that's a car chase? And I'd probably say...
Okay.
Yeah. In a desert film car chase, it has to be starring Tom Hardy.
Yeah, it has to be Tom Hardy, innit?
And at least one character has to be called Max, and he's a little bit mad.
Right, okay.
Has to be apocalyptic.
The other bit of news for that is Furiosa starts filming next month, which is the prequel to that.
Okay.
Oh, with Charlize Theron character?
Yeah, and that's played by...
Oh, she's not returning?
No, Can you remember the new trailer for the new Edgar Wright film? And it's got this blonde girl in it. Yeah. She's really good.
Yeah.
Well, she's playing Furiosa in it.
Oh. So it's probably young...
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Yeah, well, it could have been a prequel still having Charlize Theron, though, couldn't it?
No, she didn't want to come back.
Probably because she fell out with Tom Hardy. She didn't get on with him.
Yeah.
If I'm honest with you, I think they made a massive mistake with Mad Max in the sense that they really should have done and got a sequel out there as soon as, because that one did so well.
Yeah.
And they should have gone, look, mate, you ain't going to live another 20 years to make another film. Crack on and get another one out, because that was banging.
Yeah, like I said, it did so well. Like, it was a massive talking point for that year in film, wasn't it? Mad Max, really. It was that big that everyone was talking about it. It was one of those films.
Because that's why I said, why is he doing Furiosa now when he really should be doing another Mad Max? Do the Furiosa after.
Yeah, someone else can do that once he's gone.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and like I said, the actress, again, Josh, I don't know if you know what we're on about, the actress who's playing her, she's in, obviously, plays the blonde one in that one, and she's also in New Mutants as well.
Yeah.
She is going to be an amazing actress when, the more films she does. Which is, I'd say keep an eye out for her, because, she's one of them where she's going to be able to play an amazing villain at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think the last person I said that about, which, well, she's kind of gone downhill, which was Chloe Grace Moretz, was it?
Yeah.
She had potential to be, again, massive, and then she starts doing crap like Tom and Jerry, the movie, and yeah, she just... I think
that's my favourite movie.
Yeah. Are you sure you're old enough to watch it?
Oh, here you go. Good one, Tyler.
I think she made 3 bad choices, but no, we're keeping an eye out for yeah, that'll be alright. Like I said, she was an okay character in it, but I'd much rather see Tom Hardy not say out and just pull a few faces and beat some people up.
So what film are you going to see next? What film are you both going to see next?
Well, I've definitely got Fast and Furious on. Mate.
You're in on that one.
yeah, definitely.
I'll go see Black Base 2 while you go see that.
Yeah, well, I've got Fast and Furious. I've got Black Widow.
What did you reckon to that news, Josh, then, that they're doing a spin-off on The Quiet Place?
Called The Lad Place.
Or have you not heard that?
It's just ridiculous, Tyler. Great comedy.
A noisy room.
Yeah, why would you do a spin-off of that?
They always do it, mate. When it comes down to Apocalypse, they did it for Walking Dead, didn't they? They did like 2 spin-offs for Walking Dead. If it's like really successful, like now, if it's really successful, they'll do a spin-off to it.
Because it can come to Amazon Prime.
You can say that with Conjuring, can't you? With Annabelle and the Nun.
Exactly. If it's a successful thing now, they would do a TV series probably about it.
Yeah.
Like, it always seems to be the way. Look at all the Marvel TV series that have come off the back, which were never a thing, but it got that successful. They're like, let's do Marvel Agents of crappy Shield. Yeah.
Have you been watching Loki?
I have not, mate, because I've still not got Disney Plus, but I will be getting it as soon as Loki is finished.
I'm enjoying it. Obviously, it come out the other day on episode 3. Loki's bisexual. For God's sake, it's Disney shoving that.
Thanks for the spoiler, mate. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Oh God, it's on social media, mate.
Hey,
people.
What if I stayed away from social media because I was waiting for Loki? I haven't, but the principle,
Yeah, mate. No, it's just like, it's okay to like boys and girls. Hey, show me that face.
If you're talking spoilers.
No, we're not talking.
I'm not going to tell you, but I've actually seen the screenplay for Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah, I don't want to know. He knows the ending to Spider-Man No Way Home and everything at this point.
I know the ending to that.
It's ridiculous.
Is it good?
No, don't get him talking.
I'm just asking if it's good, Tyler.
Oh, no, because he won't go yes. He'll go, well, what happens?
Don't tell me what happens, but is it good?
Yes.
All right, there you go. Right, yeah. So as you mentioned, Indiana Jones has mate. We're coming up to an hour, so we just bang some of the stuff out that I've got the news.
Yeah.
Have a little talk and move on. So Indiana Jones has started filming.
Yeah.
New one.
Yeah.
Are you excited, Steve? Because I know you like Indiana Jones a lot.
I am, but as you know, he's injured himself, and now they've shut down for 3 months.
Right.
But if what you've told me, I'm kind of hoping it's going to be really good, because I'm kind of hoping. Remember Indiana Jones 3? The whole beginning with Rockin' Phoenix's brother, young Indiana Jones. Hopefully it's going to be a bit like that, but I don't know.
Are we talking spoilers?
No.
Okay. Yes. A lot of.
Okay. Yes. I can't say anything now. Then
a lot of the film is actually a flashback, and it's like young Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So obviously we're getting the deep fake Harrison Ford face on the younger man.
Right. I see. So there we go. It's something to look forward to, obviously, in the future. Another addition to probably the best Christmas time films, in my opinion. They're always showed at Christmas, aren't they, on TV? Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It's one of those. So, yeah, it's another addition to that Christmas series for me.
That and Die Hard.
But when we get it, it'll be another thing.
Yeah, that's right. Next one. New photos of Mark Ruffalo on set of Disney Plus's SheHulk series. SheHulk. Hulk. This time I said, first time I said wolf. This time SheHulk series. So he's going to be in it, and it's SheHulk. And are you excited for it?
I love the Hulk. He's one of my favourite Marvel characters. I love the SheHulk comics. I've read a few of them. It's really good in it. I'm not into all this women power, women this, and women superheroes down your face. However, I do like the SheHulk, and I would be very happy. I'm looking forward to the series. I think she could be quite, could be quite a good kind of badass little TV series.
Are you annoyed that it's a TV series and not a movie?
No.
Okay.
Because I think the series would be watched more than what the film would. And I honestly believe that with the streaming platform. I think if they released it cinema, so we're going to do film, I think everyone would be like, I'm not that bothered.
I think it's one of them. It's a 50-50 chance that people are going to either really like it or just sit and laugh at it.
Fair enough.
So.
Marvel news again. Obviously, we talked about Black Widow a little bit before.
Yeah.
When it kind of fits in the timeline of the Marvel films.
Yes.
It's somewhat a prequel, but it's not quite a prequel. It's not quite what I had in mind as a prequel.
Well, it was confirmed that it takes place between Infinity War and the Marvel film that was before that.
Black Panther.
Unless if when you say the Marvel film before that, do you mean like the Avengers film before that?
No, it was the actual film before.
So it's Black Panther.
Yeah. So they confirmed it takes place before the snap, is it called? The click or whatever it does.
Yeah, Infinity War.
So none of that has happened in it. And they also confirmed, without being spoilery, that one of the main characters in it is going to be in the new Hawkeye TV series.
Right.
I possibly think that could be a sister, because her sister in it is one of the biggest other roles, because they kind of go off the fact that her and her sister basically just fighting each other throughout the whole film. 1 minute they're fine, next minute they're arguing. Because I watched the IGN review. What are you laughing at for?
Sounds like a good film. Just the way you described that then was just like, it sounded amazing, mate. Really wanted me to go and watch it then. Jesus God.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really been interested to watch it. Probably up until now. I didn't want to watch it because we've been in a pandemic.
I thought the trailers looked really good.
No, I want that.
I wanted to watch it.
I want that interested, but now we've been deprived of cinema for that long. I'm suddenly interested. Again, I'm not too keen on the villain. Oh.
What?
I'm not going to finish.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you want to watch a 2-hour film of just bitch fighting?
It's got the fat guy from Stranger Things, which I've not even watched. Fat
guy.
You know, the guy who played Hellboy, which flopped. The only interesting thing in it is that Ray Winston's in it.
Well, the fat guy from whatever it was you said, he's also in a Bond film.
Yeah.
He's in Quantum of Solace.
Yeah.
Apparently,
he's pretty good. He's probably one of the better characters in Stranger Things, to be honest. I really enjoy him in Stranger Things.
Apparently, from a review I saw today, he is actually the best thing in the film. They said he was fantastic.
Yeah, well, like I said, to be fair, I enjoyed him in Hellboy, believe it or not, as bad as that film is.
I enjoyed his take on Hellboy, but the film was just awful.
Yeah, I enjoyed his Hellboy. Although LGN did say that, I can't remember exactly what it was, but there is something that Disney just shoved down your face during the whole film, and they said it kind of put them off it a bit. That's it. It says it's.
We'll save it for the review.
No, this is what IGN said.
Yeah, we'll save it for the review. We're going to do a review on it, aren't we? So we'll talk about all that. Because then we can talk our opinions, rather than you just saying it now. We can give them our opinions on that point, can't we?
Yeah, they also confirmed today with Black Widow that there is a really important pre-credit title scene. So you do need to stay for the end credits.
Okay. Fair enough. That is everything that I've got on the list.
Woo!
Very good.
There we go.
Very nice.
Nice,
so, good chat.
Anything more to say? Anything that's popped in your head?
Yes. Hit that subscribe button. Like the video and share it with your friends.
You thought this gave me no more news? No. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
And now you've seen the news. Now you know.
That's it. If you know,
you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. So guys, we are at 56 subscribers.
58.
Oh, we're 58 now, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, all gone up. So, guys, we're 2 away from 60. We're slowly getting to our next goal, which is 100. Obviously, we've missed a video. Is it 1 or 2 videos? But missed 2, but we're slowly getting back on track. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, get us to 60, share with your friends. Let us know in the comments what films you've been watching. Do you agree with everything that we've kind of talked about? Is there anything that you want us to discuss? And yeah, that's the most I would like it. Give it a thumbs up.
Good stuff. Alright, thanks for watching. See you in a bit.
Bye. Love you, bye.
Bye, driver!